We are now in downtown Cebu City. I'm driving through Escario Street right now. Escario Street is one of the main roads up the central Cebu City. This will lead you to the Capitol area, the Capitol building, and then you go in the middle of that Capitol building road, it'll take you to Fuente Osmena. So today is a driving video. I want to share with you the streets, the sights and sounds of Cebu City. So like I said, this is Escario Street. So you can see there's the Barangay Kamputaw Hall, and a lot of urban settlers live around this area. I know that because I got a few friends that live around this area, and on the back of this establishment are hordes of urban settlers. So we are stopping and going, but as you can see, the time today and now is 11, almost 12 o'clock. So you can see that the people are rushing. Today is Friday, December 11. So this is like lunchtime rush. So as you see on the right side, that's the Bibo place, where a lot of restaurants is housed, although some of them are already closed. And here is the Escario church, and right on the other side of on the right side, right on the end, that's the apartel. People who's been coming here in Cebu knows that's one of the oldest apartment style rental here in Cebu City, the apartel. So there, it's very traffic and it's very hot. So you can see the movement of the vehicles are just a few meters, then stop, a few meters, then stop. So that's the Escario Church, the Sacred Heart, Our Lady of the Sacred Heart Parish, that I've been there 2 or 3 times before, because I used to go to Redemptorist, not here because it's a bit further from my place before when I was younger, you know, where my parents live. So there's the 82 Bibor Center. It's a condominium and a commercial building, and right next to it is Maxwell Hotel. And on the right side, that's what I mean, here is the apartel, and next to it is the Cebu Grand Hotel. So apartel is an old apartment style of rental place that you can rent there by month, and the longer you stay, the cheaper it will be. So this is, like I said, one of the busiest streets here in Cebu City, Escario Street. There's also the Cebu Pension Plaza on the right side, that one. And this is the Maxwell Hotel on the left side across the Cebu Pension Plaza. I'll just turn off while waiting for the traffic. So moving on, here is the Escario Square, another commercial center here in Escario Street. And this is where you find that buffet. I forgot the name, but I don't know if they're still existing. So there's Breakfast, please. Yes. Another restaurant coming. This is the Western Plus Hotel. Western Plus Lex Cebu. Now we're crossing over, still green light. So you see a lot of small shops around here, merchant shops, and used to be there's a lot of law offices here because the courts of Cebu City used to be housed in the grounds of the Capitol building, and even the Capitol building itself will soon be moved to Balamban, Cebu. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that Capitol building, but look at that up ahead on the right side. You can see the Capitol building premises. So we're stopping here again. So you see there's on the left side, that's the Capitol site market. They are there every weekend. So it starts Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's when they display all the fruits and everything that you can buy from the farmers. Oh, there, we can see it there. This is really traffic now. And on the right side you can see the big Christmas tree of the capital, the Cebu government. But since the area where the Capitol building is, right on the right side, belongs to the city of Cebu, located in the city of Cebu, I think the governor of Cebu wanted to be transferred on an actual provincial place. So it's already approved that they will be transferred to Balamban, Cebu. So that's the Capitol building, and I'm waiting for the green lights for the turning on the right, on the left. So if you go straight on, you'll be going to Birama and Guadalupe area, but I will be turning on the left to show you the main road going to Fuente Osmena, because this is an old road during the Spanish time. If you can imagine, that's the capital, and going straight on the left will be going to Fuente Osmena, which is our roundabout, which is housing the old park here in Cebu City called Fuente Osmena. Now it's the green light. I'm turning left, so I'm gonna go straight ahead. I'll stay in the middle lane because I'm going straight ahead, because both lanes on the side goes on the right and goes on the left. So up ahead you can see Club Ultima Residences building, where they have a zip line up there that goes around the building right on the top. So on the left you can see Cebu Doctors Hospital. That's their main branch here in Cebu City. So that is still part of Cebu Doctors. And then that's the church and all the commercial spaces. So there's a police in the front. It's green light, so you can go straight ahead. So this is one of the oldest streets here in Cebu City. During the Spanish time, this road that we're driving on. Now you can see the roundabout of Fuente Osmena. And this is always a busy street here. Like the Bantal, the Banilad Talamban that I always take on driving on the way home or going from home. It's always clogged up, especially during rush hour time. So Fuente Osmena, a lot of you will be, if you've been to Cebu, will be reminded of this place because this is the only runabout that we have here in Cebu City. Now it's green. This is where you find around Fuente Osmena, Raja Hotel. So I'm taking you for a ride downtown. So you can see the sign there. South Road will be turning on the right, and I will go straight ahead going downtown. So that's Fuente Osmena around here. Knowing what I have seen in England, that roundabouts really does work to ease up the traffic. We should have more places like this with roundabouts, so people can just do their exit without keep on waiting. So I'm going straight in, but I have to because some people are blocking my way. So that's the Club Ultima building on the left side. Now we are now entering Jones Avenue. It's a 4-lane road, both sides. So this is one of the main street here in downtown, going to downtown Cebu, but in the main central Cebu City as well. So if you look at the map, this is Jones Avenue. So there's an Kin Baking Company on the right side. That used to be the Harrison Place, which is now located on the back. Harrison Place is like a beer garden, like there's band playing and you're drinking there. So like the main offices of BDO, PLDT, Virginia Food is located on the left side. So we're still halfway through Jones Avenue. And now we are passing through the big police station here called, on the right side if you look at, or the left side if you look at it, it's Camp Cebu Osmena. That's where also where you get your license if you want to own a gun. You have to take the neuro test and stuff like that. This is it here. Camp Cebu Osmena Senior right across. So that extends over here on the right side as well, that police station, the Camp Cebu Osmena Senior Police, because it's the police regional office. And on the right side is Cebu Sports Center, and on the front that's the school, Avellana National School. So this is called Jones Avenue before, but if you look at your map, it's actually now renamed into Osmena Boulevard, because it's like from Fuente Osmena you go to the Osmena Boulevard. But most Filipinos, most locals that live here in Cebu call this Jones Avenue, because sometimes you may hear them saying near Jones Avenue. This is what they're talking about, is Osmena Boulevard. So let's stop because we're just waiting for traffic. Okay, it's moving on. So if you turn on the right, that will be taking you to the south areas of Cebu City, connecting to the south provinces. If you just follow all the straight line, all the road that goes straight line. Now we are nearing downtown Cebu City. There on the right, there's Bureau of Treasury, there's SSS building, Social Security building, which is there. On the right side as well. So that's the JB Tower Hotel, a cheaper hotel here in downtown Cebu City. And you know, the crossing street there on the front is called San Xianco Street, Cebu City. We are now in downtown Cebu City. We're still the Osmena Boulevard Road, but the crossing up ahead is now Colon Street. But starting this area, the locals already been calling this the Colon area. The oldest streets of Cebu, if not the Philippines. So the thing about Colon is very noisy. Look at, you can hear the murmuring sound of the music blasting in every shops. The rise of the malls around uptown side makes Colon not so crowded nowadays. But before, I could remember when I was young, my mother used to take me here and it's so crowded. And we got nowhere else to shop, either here, and then next to this one will be Carbon Market. So the market and Colon Street, where it's like a mall, all different merchandise, is just right next to each other. So you can, it's a walking distance. So now you can imagine how crowded it's gonna be without the malls. Now the malls are helping easing up the crowd, easing up the traffic, because here before it's like a lot of accident happen. People get run over. Because I know that because a few of our neighbors has get run over here. And then regulations on the traffic has been tightened, so it's more strict here. There is no, if you are having, there's only designated parking area, you cannot just stop anywhere, which really helps. So that's the Metro Department Store Supermarket, their Colon branch. And here, that is Colon Street. Was you can see less crowd, considering it's now December, which is just shopping months. And look how clean it is now. I will do a walk around about here because I know a few of my subscribers come from Cebu City. They can relate, and also people that's interested to come to Cebu City will be interested to see the place. But notice, my brothers and sisters, OFWs, kababayan, how clean Colon is now. You still got the odd throwing their plastic bottles right in the middle of the road. But the mayor has been trying to maintain the cleanliness of the place. And that one, if you turn right, that takes you straight to Carbon Market. So I am now driving through Magallanes Street. This is Magallanes Street, where you find a lot of merchants, electrical, mechanical, and all the wholesalers of clothes, slippers, as you can see there, bazaars, and here motorcycle parts. And this leads you to the Magallanes Cross. So I'm just trying to wait what she's signaling because it's Friday today. You have to remember, if you're in Cebu City, Friday you cannot just go. The streets are diverted because of the Santo Niño devotees march towards the church. Because you look up ahead on the right, that's the Santo Niño church. That's the Kaking Puch. So I have to turn here. You cannot go straight in or go on the right because it's diverted away from the Santo Niño church. So we are back here on this side of the street going to University of Visayas. This is Legaspi Street. We just drive through Magallanes Street, turn to the left. This is Legaspi Street, downtown Cebu City. Although you can hear people saying you can buy that in Colon, you can buy that in Carbon because it's cheaper to buy in these places than the malls. But I know that these places as well is notorious for, pickpocketing, snatching. But it seems to lessen up now. In the last few years, it's not so bad like it was before. We are now on Jacosalem Street, Cebu City. As we go forward, we are now facing the crossing up ahead is Colon Street. You see what I mean? It's not so bad anymore here. It might be worth my while to have a walkabout so you can see how clean Colon has been now than it used to be. So we just crossed Colon Street. We are now following the road of Jacosalem Street. So this is the downtown views that you see. Most people like, oh, I don't want to go there, I'm scared. But if you want to experience the real Philippines, and when you're in Cebu, just be cautious about what you're wearing if someone's following you. And I don't say that there's no more crime around here, because it's superficial if I say that, but there's less and less been reported happening like that here from Colon Street now. In fact, they are transferring to the malls, outside the malls. And so we are driving through Jacosalem Street. Up ahead will be the Ramos area. So we just passed the Ramos Market. I think I'll have to review this again because there's a lot more vendors than it used to be. And we are now in Ramos area. So I'm driving to Echaba Street, and this is now the end of, look on the left side, there's the pom-pom shops. It's closed. But that's the pom-pom shop that has 50 Pomeranians breeding. Now this is Echaba Street. And this is like the edge of downtown Cebu City. A Salonga Music Center is still there. I know a few of you knows this place. And this is Echabas Road. You drive here, you come out to Immaculada Concepcion or the General Maximum Avenue, aka Mango Avenue. The crossing right on the end of this road.